kansem bebre afọ man Ghana ho na de awadi kan ani de nyankopon gusu a oyi kire o efa oman ebeyi
pa ebeyi pa yes
oman ni beyi
ebeyi pa
ede ntina ugidi se oman anidaso kakakra kire na ehu
exactly oman ni beyi to understand say future bia me hu no ano ohye.
Okay.
Now, future it is something that has to do from 2024. Eddie got 10 years.
2024. Nakuja mami paper. 2024. Okay.
Eddie got 10 years time. Yeah, me who adibino.
Okay.
Now, it has to do with setting foundations to understand. Say the youth will rise up in a way. Say, opese undi president crowd was crew so usru. You'll be afraid to be a president.
Sir?
You will shake. Yes, see,
maybe be aggressive
to understand. Say, see, be the president crowd be June twice before you accept it. Yeah, the be chow crowd be tambo. Chow or na said you could draw crowd, you will panic.
I see.
And you easy say, will be picky up to go. So pressure no be that presidential grounds no so.
Okay.
And the decisions will begin to change, and so many things will change in the country. Yes.
Now, Alentina. Youth no that they oman Kenya omo spiritual in the spiritual realm no and the antina at a delay 2024 echo and as of and some can munsem we no any hunemu until the intellectual say compare be analyze emfa so for ye can soon
absolutely with regards to that, no, Nyama Bibri Koso Sunsum. It is hindering the progress of the country.
Okay.
Mostly during election, there's a lot of sacrifices in Nyama Koso.
Okay.
And the political arena, no, because of certain spiritual workings, even if you become a president, there's a lot of battles and things you have to deal with before you can run the country. And mainly most people who run the country, they don't run it according to the needs of the people, but to their own interest. And before the people vote, before Baba vote. So at the end of the day, the electoral grounds becomes like a trade, commercialized foundation. And at the end of the day, what has to happen does not come into full conclusion. And that's the foundation.
I see. Ebusian for Accra 100.5 FM. Yane Sofupenia owo prophetic embassy. And Igusa ye twetwen komo no. We dey ye twetwen komo for man Ghana ho. Na ya hwe papa say every 2024 koya kopem how many years time?
That's 10 years.
10 years. Yes. It from Sabria kopem 2034. Youth na any bebre na sa 10 years ya ken wan hwe sunsun mahu amampania ebe tina konya so a omo no ombetimi handle sa youth.
Of course no ma hwe ehuniama bebre wo sunsun.
Okay, yenko
and won say the way anyankopon hihye no Enwa na eba bebemu. I saw 3 branches in the future.
Okay.
3 branches. One goes straight, one goes right, one goes left.
Okay.
But the only branch that keeps growing in time is the branch that John Dramani Mahama, Ebeye president. During his tenure, within 2 years, something happened. A little shake up. They don't approve it in for and say, Maza, what's your now you want to slow certain things down now, pressure no will come to you.
So for Jina ho obeye president ewo de ewo yanimu ana say de atwa no
2024 by this thing 9 p.m. anajuna onu no obia ehun say what president is
abana ya ba beto no 7 December no.
Absolutely sabe pepe.
Wow. Accra FM.
Accra FM.
Nyetelia.
Accra FM.
Nyetelia.
Accra FM. Mami.
Abana by 9 no na yankin kan wie no. Ede na ebema sa batwo na ye so sharp sa.
So sharp, yes. Because Abana ya babetu enye aba ya gusu to all the time. Spiritually no in time I saw clearly say 9 p.m. no now in all arrangement and gathering no everybody knows who is the winner of the election. By 4 a.m. obese utongo kakra sorry say election e ko ni say no na clear. And most of the times, a man for dream their mind that this election, bloodshed election, fighting issues, a man for come, people are talking about a lot of things. But mainly, no, election way, and election, just during the day of the election, a man for there's normal shenanigans up and downs here. But the aftermath of the election, the counting and everything, Mr. Beya quiet.
I would say Omampeni that John Dramani Mahama na Obewene.
Absolutely.
Ya wa software omo man Ghana mo mo so mo ne esi hini tu hini. Wa consult to omo ebisa question ensemi say de awuhu no eye no kre eye clear ana say niama besisa. Because ya wa contact you omo.
Dabi.
San software ne san crofo no omuni influence bia was abatu no.
Of course, obia beye, I mean what they want to handle. But on say in the realm of the spirit, no, obia ni ejuma.
Okay.
I always explain these things. Say,
okay.
I may be 12 years. As how the Bible made profoundly clear in the book of Job. There's a spirit in man. Elihu was speaking.
Yeah.
He said clearly, I said days should speak, a multitude of years should teach wisdom. But there is a spirit in man. The inspiration of the Almighty teacheth him understanding. And Elihu nani omokasa before Job, and he was explaining to them, say, there is a spirit in man, it is the spirit that makes the difference. And we are saying, Obia on a hierarchy, Obi a doctor, Obi a nurse, Obi a specialist, any angles. I may be a specialist in 2 years practicing or 3 years practicing, and I may be very, very young. But my field, no, if my field is pathology, and I say oncology or any other thing or dermatology, it is my field and I'm a specialist in it. We a medical doctor for 2,000 years, my expertise because I have practiced that specific branch. That specific branch of medicine. And in that regard, no me practice no will be sharper. And yeah, be details in pathology. Yeah, I'm a regular doctor. They want the specialist. And the specialists don't know how steady according to that angle. And to be a candidate or be a income, but accordingly, no, you failed to see what is written. What's the Bible? Ezekiel, Enoch, Daniel, Elijah, Elijah by no obeshe nkoma ni bi mo. Ezekiel by no obe hu ade obi hu ye. Enoch by no obe hu ade obi hu ye. John the Revelator by obe hu ade obi hu ye. Paul nso by obe church Bible dum na nso we hu dia John the Revelator ni hu ye. So different fields of operation, diverse kinds of operation, but by the same spirit. And based on the prophetic dimension, which by the grace of God we've mastered the 4th dimension, I can tell you clearly that in time, 9 p.m., 4 a.m., it is only John Dramani Mohammed's name you'll be seeing. Onyame Busheni, I don't know him from anywhere, but the future is clear.
And the date here, 28th August 2024. So for a year, Odi4 a day soa. Ocean come where I am come say a prediction na say Osha or my numu ahotre na and now they cancer and same way so for.
Okay, so time I share and come we know I'm putting it already down together. Income share no came probably somewhere 2018 2019. Okay, say in 2020 MPP will win the election. Some way MPP will take the election, but in 2024 NDC will take the election. Before 2016 I prophesied who will be the president as well. In 2016, 2020, and then 2024, which is coming. And Obi travel kwine now call baby. No see Udru junction where Obi will be ton Kube branch right. Now branch now Ochikatra Obi school be with him. Now branch now school no pepe. No see branch left. Now me da ni siwa. Say branch left Obi hu dino. Because from the onset all the informations check out.
Okay,
absolutely.
Because media dem na kuja ya na eja onenam nti ɔse sɛ na kuja de yenim baabi ɔno de ɔka ne nsɛm kɔ ana ɔse 2020 no ɔba wo nkyɛn na eja ne obetwetwe nkɔmmɔ sɛ ɔno de ofiri sɛ ne party na eja eba bɛwe ne na ɔkyerɛ ne sɛ krache ɛmfa ana ɔde awerɛhoɔ ɛsɔ de free hɔ meanwhile no na kuja oni na yɛ adwuma kyɛ adan na wentumi andane ade no ankɔ baabi ɔno ɛpɛ sɔfo yɛtumi dane ni saa because yɛkan ebetumi aba sɛ obi sɛ o na nka ɛkɔ ne sɛ na makɔ dane sɔfo yɛpɛ mu nkyerɛkyerɛ mu yie ɔdaroma.
So in the prophetic arena no there are two types of prophecy. In the two-dimensional types of prophecy, no, there is the 1 to 4 tale and there's the 1 to 4th tale.
Okay.
In other grounds, no, there is a prophet like Elijah that says that it will not rain for 3.5 years and it will not rain.
Okay.
So he has manipulated the time space.
Okay.
Ni faith ni strength na no or your altar or your authority or your entity, and he can speak in that regard and stop everything in the atmosphere.
Okay.
Then there is people like Daniel, Ezekiel, John the Revelator. For eons,
okay,
years, days, centuries.
Okay.
Say this is what is going to happen.
Okay.
That one, even if you use your faith to manipulate it, is impossible.
Okay.
There are some things your faith can manipulate. There are some things it is destiny. And then we have destiny.
Okay.
Exactly. You will be one prophecy that in to say no matter what, we be a president like Joseph in the Bible. The decree was on top of him.
Okay.
And his brothers, whom were stars, took him into slavery. They put him in a pit and ended up in Potiphar's house.
Okay.
The prophecy was there. Every prophecy comes with a gift. And in the gift, you say, obeti me, I interpreted dream. And some of them Zafnat Pania.
Yeah.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, the gift need to so esa shared in common say this is where he will stand. He still ended up there. Wow. So a to the bia nyankopon hihya ade bia ase ye bo chess no or the BBC no the way sia no the way sia no a share timeline because ya yeti kro no mu ye bre for so many years 60 something years now. Okay. And at the end of the day nyankopon pese on fa new turnout in bra. And the new turnout no, I am not a sympathizer of a party, but mainly no, what is going to happen within the timeline is what I'll put across. And at the end of the day, no, when I told you people earlier, said there is a root, a small root growing.
Aye.
That root in Suba, will anybody say say ebi anakuja want to convince me say we me ko and conscience come and this and that day. So when the root 2 comes, no, Bone say my prophecy will go according to that angle. And when that timeline now matronoba, it will shock everybody. All the 2 parties in the country, they will feel flat. There will be a new party out of the country.
I see. From 2025 air kono wakano waka say omampani dada John Dramani Mahama bedi akonya no 2 years later we say enframa kakre bi bebo. What's the nature of some frama no?
Enframa never bebo no spiritually what I saw ne say me won say a little shake up.
Okay.
Because after the election the country will go downside. Dollar rates 19 Ghana cedis. So the first time I told you people about dollar rates, that dollar rates was around somewhere 4 cedis, 6 cedis, yes. And I them say better 11 Ghana cedis. They should mark it the same year. Nobody, they shouldn't even look at 10 years. The same year. Nobody can stop it.
Okay.
Who said once the election was done, it shot up to 19. Then they started eating it down gradually. The first year, things were adjusting, other things were happening, but there's a little shake up in the system because there's a lot of repairs that had to be done.
Okay.
Because I said, mine shaman for being sans CSE. I said, table beer, 9 beer, and it will come down.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, before the jumper will come up and then everything will be settled. After that, the second year, there will be a lot of campaigning progress. I say, push a man for Munkoji Krono within 1 year of President Mohammed's presidency. Almost I say the pressure and the pressure will bring a revolution. People want to take over that list because there is more within now to 2025. There is going to be about 2 more coup d'etat BBP, and it will enforce people to try to do it. African countries, yes. So it will bring more or less like more demonstrations from the youth, and that pressure will be very enormous. And after that pressure, everything will calm down. After the pressure, there is something that will come out. I don't know your prophecy key be a media tour.
Say had the capital now. Capital no, they unlock it because say a hand will be 80. There
are some things that unless God gives us utterance, we cannot unlock it. And Saki in the media tour. Once that one happens, the country will begin to rise in such a way. Say, what's in Ghana for so many years? You have never imagined something like that before. After the 4 years of the president's grounds, their party, the NDC party, the contract that reverted in the realm of the spirit is 16 years of ruling. Break the 8. Only NDC party will break the 8.
Hey, really?
Yes.
80. I feel way obedient to mean breaking 8.
No.
Breaking the 8 will be around 2030 and 2032 because you're 2024. Next 4 years neighbor 2028 and after 2032.
Absolutely. I'm number breaking 8 and in the breaking of the 8 that is when the young tree will bring all of them down, because after the 4 years another 4 years during that election the next 8 breaking and your breaking 8 now there will be some inefficiencies be our atmosphere no more, and that inefficiency will give the strength to the young party. One singular young party at the NDC MPP phone in our fam say bye.
Hey sir, wow. Hey, sir, friends, from 2025 copim 2032 na o can say NDC be break 8 na MPP there na ekoso.
Exactly. As I was saying, as I prophesied that earlier. This thing on my party, and I said there will be a division in one party, and after the division, close to the election, October, November, move back the butterfly. So I'm join you. Which is Alan. Yes. So I'm join you. Now the fishy thing is that in prophetic timeline, the asset would the plots be once Adiba could come back, the outcome will be flawless. Which means time Alan omube piano this trinity bano ebedru baby no, he can't join them entirely, but then at one point he will try to rally support behind them, and but still the election will not go according to plan. So after the 4 years of Mama, that's why you see true division. Vice president for them. And then that's Dr. Muhammad Alaji Baumia. Yes. And then the one that Obia friend and Napo. Obviously, like Ondo the first person and he will give up the election in 2024.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
Hey, Sofo Napo Mokwame Nkrumah Ono na Bembe Bu our 2024 election.
Yes.
After seeing 2 abanewie na ye bobo results neba no, Napo will give up.
Yes, he'll give up on the election. I don't know, but I can't say. I mean, it's obvious. NT, we should release it. It's future timeline.
I don't know.
I
don't know. Obemba Montina Beka na one nkrofo na be bo ho nkomo wo ni fi ana say ne ho baby.
Oh, Obemba Montina Beka on the cry to come out clearly, because the issue of the election is by 9 p.m. the way the voting system is going. Now counting system ne best I say during the night to like 4 a.m. Now if you keep sitting down, say results in Imba in Imga, because they counted the entire Ashanti regional votes in Yama. I'm talking about 16 regions. Yeah, counted 11 regions. We need back. Not even one region. So at the end of the day, during the counting of the Ashanti region, which is not going to be most of the years. What is say County Ashanti region? NDC 1, MPP 3,800. That's not going to be the case. The situation is going to be straightforward. A banter head to head. Head to head. And yet, long
Ashanti region. NDC party no regions are here. Bet me are winning
11. Straightforward.
11. Now MPP are winning 5.
Yes.
Wow.
5 of even that one cry a battle.
Hey, now so for and someone can do because Ghana battle no. The last time cry who say will be winning 2020 and I think around 9th December muho 8th 9th muho and sana but we we no that day na I say I clear.
Yes. Oh, check me Facebook. I say 2020 election. I prophesied that there is going to be a victory. Victory on the 9th of December. Secondly, the day will be on a Wednesday, and the time will be 5 p.m.
Okay. And
I bet declare election. So the day, the hour, the time. I prophesied it on that Facebook this year.
Okay.
During the day of election, we. 2020 election, I prophesied that ahead of time. And the time no cry was there. And then precise. And then me bought time now it's not a new thing.
I see.
Yes.
So for your sunflower over samba.
No problem.
Nyamia doma UJ within next week ya na ema cause questions no was say ebisa bebre na yehwe because the entia on say efie ha no sabiu yemfa obia keke emma ha niama bi wo ha ema follow na me dia compare niama ekoso o manum na mehu say papa we obi a at least ya was say o man ni hwe ni yie o man ni hwe ni yie na ye ona no ha enu ntina to me safro say so for bra because in some bebre wo why was say me bisa.
Absolutely.
Enya batwe nko but oman Ghana na nkasa no problem. Na yenhwe hawa yebetumi ayena some of these problems no yebetumi asolve.